struggling with prop firms? Let's go. What I'm going to be showing you guys is the actual break, and first of all, this is the actual break and retest strategy that I personally used that made me 700k funded and has helped some of my students to become almost 400k, some 100k, 50k, 10k, get their first ever payouts with prop firms. And obviously my whole channel is based around how to trade with prop firms, obviously personal trading as well. But this video, guys, I'm going to be speaking about going into a lot of depth in how if you apply this factor alone, it will change your trading forever, to say the least. And there are so many multi-millionaire traders, and even some the few rare billionaires, where they applied this method. I'm constantly always reading books, finding out different ways, doing a lot of extensive research on how I can always increase my edge, improve my edge, find a new edge, and just take my trading to the next level. So what I'm about to show you guys is I was going over explain this to one of my students that I will show my one-to-one mentorship to. And obviously, if you look at my wins here, guys, let's just get straight into it, right? And by the way, the link will be in the video description if anyone is interested in a one-to-one mentorship. Link will be in the video description. We're up to about almost 1150 members, growing super strong. This is the elite mentorship where you can see this is testimonials for everyone to see. Funded certificates get shown. This is the one-to-one mentorship inquiries. You can click on that and check that out. And as you can see here, it's all unlimited. Once you join, everything's unlimited, right? Together from myself, not anyone else, not one of my staff members or anything like that. It's all from myself that you'll be in touch with. So anyways, so basically, why is this better than any other course out there? Especially first of all, I just want to get that out of the way. You got direct access to me, right? Most courses that are given out there, you just purchase the course. Once you complete it, and then you have more questions left at the end with no one to answer them. With my program, and it's once you're in there, guys, it's lifetime access, one-time payment. I've made it affordable for pretty much everyone, guys. I've made it affordable for everyone. I'm not charging thousands, nothing like that insane. I made it pretty much one-time lifetime, it's lifetime access, one-time payment. And once you're inside, and obviously, again, it shows accountability, responsibility, because if you have any questions or any doubts about my strategy, we just jump on a group call. You can just challenge me, right? But then obviously when I show, and this is one of what I was basically showing to my students, if you notice something about these winning trades, not all of them, majority of them, they never go into drawdown. Don't get me wrong, obviously the losses, some of the losing trades do go, obviously, we'll hit the stop loss. But some look at this: zero drawdown, a little bit of tiny drawdown, zero drawdown, almost zero drawdown, pretty much clean, super clean, zero drawdown. But look at the risk to rewards as well: 1 to 9s, almost 1 to 9s. What's this one? 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to almost 1 to 6. That one, so 1 to 7, 1 to 6 almost. But this one goes into a little bit of drawdown. Again, zero drawdown. It's super powerful. Now, what I'm about to show you guys, obviously, I've made a few videos on how the art of losing less, where you can lose less money, how you can cut losses short, and I go into many different. You obviously check those videos out as well, and it's just my last 4 or 5 recent videos. You can just find it there. This video, guys, is not on how you can the art of losing less, how you can cut losses short. This is how you can capture those big winners and add positions, right? How you can add trades and add more positions without harming your original position, without harming your account, and doing it the correct way. And this is what the insanely profitable traders apply, and this is where they get it just slingshots their P&L into profitability. So we're gonna go for your examples and how I would add positions personally. So let's just start with a let's pick a random one. Okay, let's just start with this one here, right? Let's start with okay, we'll start with this one over here. Actually, you know what, we'll start with this one. Just looking at a big juicy one, just the fact that it's just tanking bearish. Okay, I mean, you can even see this one hardly goes into, you know, drawdown. This one hardly goes into drawdown. So with this one, guys, as you can see, you know, we get a break, price comes up, break and retest. Obviously that's the strategy. Now what I want you to see, guys, is what do you notice? And this is why back testing, collecting your data is super important. I mean, I show, look at this, more than 500 plus trades. It just goes on and on. You know, I even show here as well, GJ, like I mentioned, 1 week, one blue line to blue line is 1 week, one red line to red line is 1 month. So you can just basically see the amount of extensive work I've put into this. And obviously it makes sense as well, right? Like boxers, they watch you know, videotapes of their opponents before they fight them, so they know how they work and what to do, you know, what are their strengths and weaknesses, and how they can improve their own, you know, strengths, and obviously take you know, remove those weaknesses to perform better on the fight night. So it's like, just like anything, if you want to get better at something, guys, you need data, without a doubt, right? You need that information. So what do I see here? Hardly any of my trades ever go into drawdown. Now, how can I capitalize? Normally people are like, oh wow, this is a super clean trade. Wow, how about a good day? How about a good trade? No, it shouldn't stop there. Once if you consistently get super clean trades, like without any drawdown, or the tiny percent of drawdown, it shouldn't stop there. Now you should be going into more in depth. How can I take advantage of this? So I'll give you an example where basically one can do this. So what I'll do is, just so that, because if I go to a small time frame, it's just gonna, you know, bring me back to the present day pretty much. So I'll go to a small time frame now. So basically this was the breakout, price comes up, and obviously you can look at many rejections. Now obviously this is not the exact method I use to take my entries, but you got a very strong bearish candle, that your typical break and retest, you can just go off this candle, right? And obviously in this case it turns profitable. I don't like using this method really, just because it brings my win rate down. And obviously I go into those, my students who are in the mentorship, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So regarding this, guys, if the position was taken from here, right, now this is how you can add a position. So suppose the trade now reaches a 1-to-1 profit, 1-to-1 or 1.5 or 1-to-2, whatever you want to call it. As soon as it reaches a 1-to-1, right, add another position. Add a position from here, right? So this would be your, because we're at 1-to-1, let me change the color of this trade. Okay, so I'm at a 1-to-1. Now I'll open another position. Now what I want to do is, let me add, okay, we'll add, so this was the second entry, and obviously you can already see this is the first entry. Now it's going to be like, wait a minute, someone's going to be saying, well, why are you adding 2 positions? That's not good. No, what you're going to do is, because this whole game is about how you manage risk, cutting losses short, all this, it's so crazy, right? There's so many millions of things you can do to manage one individual setup. I was going to say trade, but one idea, one setup, there's so many ways you can go about it. You know how I would do it is, because now I've got the data that majority of my trades never go into drawdown. Well, never. You know, pretty much majority of my trades are always, you know, on the right side of the, obviously, where I want them to go. Once I'm in this trade, put this one to do, remember this is running live as well, put this one to break even. Once it goes into, you know, 1-to-1, put this one at break even. This 1% is, let's just say I'm risking 1% per trade. This 1% is already running, right? I'm already in the green. Now I've taken another entry. So let me change the color of this line so it just makes it a bit more. Okay, so now I'm in the green. Now I've taken another position. Now remember, once I'm in a trade, they never go into, you know, majority of the time into drawdown. So I've got nothing to worry about. I take this position. Now, once this trade, obviously you can see this case, it just falls. It absolutely just tanks. So 1-to-7 here. How much would this give me? So I mean, obviously I like to use normally a 5 pip stop loss. So let's just say we're looking at 1-to-8 here, 1-to-7 here. So almost like, you know, 1-to-15 RR. Now the beautiful thing about this is, guys, have I traveled 1-to-15? No. You know, I've just traveled half the distance. The amazing thing about this is, though, I've traveled half. I've, you know, removed the risk of this trade, right? This now, again, I've gone back to my 1%, right? The only risk I have open is my 1%. So this obviously the downside, there's one little one downside to this. One downside to this is obviously there's many pros, but there's one downside is my stop loss, you know, which could have been, it was originally up here. I mean, I got the same breathing room of the 5 pips, and my stop loss size doesn't change. Let me just put it to 1 to 5, but it's just a bit of a, you can call it a bit of a worse entry, right? Because my original entry was here, but again, this comes down to data, guys, and then data is what's going to give you that confidence. So now, I mean, imagine on your personal account, imagine you added another position. Now, if you want to add another position, right, what I would do is collect your data. Now this is, you can say, a level of support formed here, right? Wick rejections, price breaks through. If you wanted to add another position, again, same process, 1 to 1. Again, now this would, in this case, this would be originally be a 1 to 2, because this was the 1 to 1 second entry. Another 1 to 2 here when it gets to 1 to 2. Now you can put this, you know, the 1 minute. Let me just put this, sort this out. Actually, that's correct. I don't know why I've added that many. Okay, now you can put your second position also at break even, or even halfway if you wanted to, right? But now you wanna, obviously this is playing super safe. Again, this comes back to how, you know, how much data you have. Now I've got 3 positions running, and if it comes back against me, I only lose 1%. My original, you know, again, not the best entry if you're looking at it from that angle, but imagine, guys, if this goes in your direction, now you got 3 positions running. So first we had 15 RR for gain. Now we've added another trade. So I mean, how much would this go to if it was up to here? So almost 1 to 7, a 6. So now we're looking at a 1 to 21 risk reward strategy. Why am I saying a 1 to 21 though? Because my original risk is still 1% if I lose. If I lose this trade, it's still, I only lose 1%. And this is what basically is going to give you, I mean, if you can make this work, guys, the edge is so insane. It won't happen every time. Now imagine if I lose one, obviously losing one trade here, you know, again, let's see if it happens with this one. So originally, what was this? Originally, guys, this is a 1 to 6, right? Let's just bring the same concept into this. Your trade moves to a 1 to 1. So let's say 1 to 1. I'll just move this line here what I was originally using. So let's just say the 1 to 1 is here. It looks pretty much the same size as the stop loss, doesn't it? It's pretty much. Okay, now I'm going to take a second position, right? Second position. Let's see. Now, obviously, you are going to lose more chances of losing a trade because it's like, again, the late entries. But if these go in your favor, guys, you're going to kill it. Like, absolutely milk it. So let me just change the color of this. Makes it a bit more easier for you. And again, I put a huge emphasis on me making a few videos on how you can cut losses short. This is how you can add to gain your more winners, like gain more profit. So putting this one to break even once it's at 1 to 1, because you can see it never comes back to my stop loss. Again, having that data and this strategy, really what I like about it, guys, you know, once it goes in your direction, like it can just go boom, right? So this is why I've been trading UJ for a while. If you even watch where I post my live trades, I've just been let me just show you that, by the way, as well. If I show you my I mean, winning trades, losing trades, live trades, it's all here, guys. And I don't just send screenshots like this, right? I show my brokers as well, where actually on C Trader, where the trade was actually taken. It's all about transparency here. I mean, you know, it just goes on and on, guys. It goes on and on. Obviously, some of the students posting there. This is where I pass some prop firm challenges within about 1 or 2 trades. And the whole idea, again, small risk, start small. Start with a small 10k account and work your way. This was a high win rate, hardly any losses. You can see, but this was phase 2, passed in one. Well, in this case here, it would have been passed in 1 trade. But it just, when it hit my TP, it missed out by $9. And again, I just show passing phase 2 is I mean, super simple, guys. It's just down, obviously, you know, I go over psychology, everything. In my mentorship, I go over the strategy that I personally use. And again, look at this, guys. Imagine then I can add another position. So let's just see if any of these positions would they go against me, right? So one position, I'm already risking 1%. And this is our break even. Now this one here, once is at again 1 to 1. Let's put it at 1 to 1 over here. I'm at break even. So look at this, guys. So let's just say 1 to 1, I add another position. I'm going to wait for this one to go to a 1-to-1. So once it's at a 1-to-1, which is here, then you can put it to break even. Does that make sense? Or you can even, I mean, you can even leave it open, guys. But if you want to play super safe, just put it all free at break even. And now you're risk free. Now your risk trades are, at this stage, it'll be, I mean, it's showing a 1-to-94 risk reward, just because how small I made the stop loss. But you get the idea though. How powerful is that? Now the original, let's see what the original, was it 1-to-6, I believe, wasn't it? So now I've got 3 positions running. So now obviously my risk reward is going to go, as I add more positions, the risk reward is going to become smaller and smaller, just because I'm taking more late entries. But as you can see like this, guys, now this is already, I'm guessing it has to be above 1-to-18, 1-to-20 RR maybe, 6, 5, maybe 1-to-17, 1 to something like that, you can call it RR. But zero risk, I mean, this, I've just turned a 1-to-6, potential 1-to-7, 1-to-5, whatever you want to call it, into a 1-to-16, 1-to-15, 1-to-7 RR trade. Is that what you're telling me? Right? So, I mean, so when I actually lose a trade fair and square, I mean, is it going to bother me? That's insanity, bro. Sis, it depends whoever's watching or listening. Insanity, man. But yeah, again, okay, so we got this position here. This will be, let's just say, I think this one will actually lose a few, but again, let's just say it's about how you manage your risk. So let's go over this one, right? We take one trade here, we've lost, that's why I'm marked in orange. Now in this case scenario, guys, in this case we take our entry and it goes to a 1-to-1. So 1-to-1 would be here, and what do? I take another entry, so which would be pretty much the 1-to-1 would be here. Price is still pushing higher, it doesn't go to 1-to-1. Now obviously I lose this position. This was already at break even, and what's happening now? Let's see, price comes down, I lose this, so let me mark this one as a loss. Price comes down, and as you can clearly see, it would have hit my break even as well. But at the end of the day, guys, what did I even lose? Only from 1% from this setup as well. And what, I was 15 up. I turned a 1-to-5. Originally it should have been a 1-to-5, 1-to-6. I turned it into a 1 to around 15 to 17, you know. And if anyone's going to be like, oh yeah, you know, it's a load of crap, your trades never going to draw down. Hey guys, just link this. It's free to join the Discord. You can, my students know how I'm about my trading. They know what I show them, right? You can ask anyone in the elite mentorship. You're more than free to ask them, guys. More than free to ask them. Anyone can join. It's all free. Of course, if you want to join the elite mentorship, you know, there is a one-time fee for that. But again, it's not. If I was making everything for free, then you wouldn't value it. And again, it's my years of experience. I'm not just gonna give it out there for free. The world doesn't work like that. But yeah, I mean, you can see here, guys. Look at this: zero drawdown, zero drawdown, zero drawdown. I mean, this is not new to me. It just okay, this one goes halfway little. Super clean, no drawdown. This one's okay. Now with this trade, as you can see here, guys, it doesn't really hit my stop loss, right? But still, if it comes this close, because due to spreads with prop firms and all that, I like to give the market the benefit of the doubt. I don't want any advantage. I'll just mark it as a loss. On a personal account, I see market with super tight spreads that I have one of my personal accounts with. I would survive this trade, get a nice 1-to-3, and then, you know, maybe even take advantage. Well, in this case, this would probably be a fair loss anyway. But yeah, that's one of the ways you can, you know, basically, I mean, obviously this comes all the way, so you'd lose. If you try to add more positions to this, you would lose the trade by -1, because you're putting this trade at break even. There's so many ways to go around this, so many risk management techniques I show in my mentorship. But yeah, this is one of them. You know, that I'm going to be going into a lot more detail and pushing this more as well. As you can see, if I just show you risk management, this is only the elite mentorship. Yeah, if you're interested in joining, guys, taking your trading to the next level for 2025, you know, hit me up. You know where to find me. Link will be in the video description. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Take care. I hope you found value from this. I'm out.